Hey everybody, this is Darren Sabedra again, Bay Area News Group, Mercury News, East Bay Times, here with Joseph Dycus, Nathan Canilao, and Christian Babcock. We're heading into week 7 of the high school football season, taping our show a little early this week because we've got Tuesday football action from thousands of miles away. As you might have heard, De La Salle, powerhouse from Concord, has made a trip across the pond to play the NFL Academy on Tuesday at 6 p.m. in London, playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It'll be a 10 a.m. kickoff here on the West Coast. Christian Babcock is going to be covering it for us. Nathan is wondering, like the rest of us, what is the NFL Academy and what do they run? We'll let Joseph start since he's the one who's wrote something that's going to be running in the Mercury News and East Bay Times on Tuesday. So, Joseph, fill us in real quick on the NFL Academy.
The NFL Academy is essentially an American football version of what the European soccer academies are like. They have talent from all over Europe. Their running back room is from Britain, Germany, and I believe Spain.
Okay.
And so they take these talented kids from all over Europe and they put them in the academy and they train them on how to be football players. And as of at least a few days ago, looking at their website, they have a kid who went to Oklahoma. They have a couple kids who went, I believe, to Kennesaw State, smaller schools. So they definitely produce talent. This is only, I believe, their second year of playing. So it was hard to gauge how good they are. I would definitely say that they are not on the level of like a Mater Dei or a Bosco or DeSoto or any of those really powerful high schools, which is a long-winded way of saying I think De La Salle could win the game.
Nathan, what do you think of the De La Salle Spartans making the trip all the way over to London to play a high school football game?
I think it's pretty cool from just an experience standpoint. I think this is going to really put De La Salle's brand. I mean, NFL Network is, going to be involved in the production. So I think it's really great for their brand, great for the kids who are going to be over there. I'm interested to see just what is the NFL Academy running? Like we talked a little bit about it earlier. Are they going to be running a pro style offense? Are we going to see some Kyle Shanahan motion, some Mike McDaniels thrown in there? I don't know. And so I'm very interested. Like Joseph, I do think, maybe De La Salle could win, but it's kind of a toss-up. NFL Academy, I can't really say that they're a bad team because they do produce talent. So I'm very interested to see how this matchup is going to play out.
Me too. Christian, you came over for your South Bay product, but you came over to us from Minnesota. And when you heard that one of our teams was going to London to play a high school football game, what were you thinking?
I'm thinking that's pretty cool. That's not an experience that almost any other high school team can relate to. I think it's great that Nike stepped up and helped them get over there, because obviously that would have been a huge expense. And I think win or lose, obviously they want to win, but it's going to be a great experience for them regardless. And they're doing some really cool stuff off the field as well, which, London is a fantastic place to sightsee. So that's really great to hear.
Definitely. And as Joseph pointed out in his preview, they have done a little sightseeing. And Joseph even took his advanced work to another level, reaching out to the soccer club where is a 7th tier soccer club.
Cheshunt FC from Hertfordshire County, 8 miles or 12 kilometers north of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They, when you're at that level, the 7th tier, you are running on less than a shoestring budget. So De La Salle in the NFL, I believe more so the NFL and Nike helping pay for De La Salle to use their training ground. Let's just say that money will be used.
There you go. There you go. Real quickly before we get onto our picks, we have a red hot St. Ignatius team out of San Francisco. Christian, you saw them 2 weeks ago. Made a really, really impressive comeback to beat Serra, fourth quarter comeback in which they were down a couple touchdowns. And then the next week, you see them down 21-0 in a game that started at 5 o'clock against Archbishop Riordan. Were you surprised they came all the way back to win that game?
Yes, very much so. And I guess I perhaps should not have been. The Serra game was kind of a different dynamic. That seemed like a game where neither team was really going to separate. when I saw Riordan was up 21-0, I was like, oh boy, here we go. But I mean, you said it, they're red hot like those jerseys they wear. And there's something in the air over there at SI. I'm not sure what it is, but things are working. They got a solid team that plays hard, and they play till there are zeros on the scoreboard, as Jerry's Hogan said. And they got it rolling right now. That's for sure.
They definitely do. Wins over Serra and Riordan to open WCal play. Doesn't get much better than that. Nathan, did you take Riordan last week?
Like the rest of us? I did. I took Riordan. I took them big. I took them, if you guys remember correctly, I took them in a blowout win, and it looked good for, a quarter and a half or so. And then St. Ignatius, just storms back. I'm really impressed by the way that they've played over the last couple of weeks. I mean, just 3 big wins in a row. I think we're looking at possibly, if they continue this for sure, that they would be favorites to win the WCal. And, the last 2 weeks in league play have really shown that they can do that.
Definitely. Only loss was to San Ramon Valley. I mean, San Ramon's 6-0. They have a 27-10 win over SI. I know that was opening night. What's that?
28-10.
28-10, 18-point win over SI. We've been talking about De La Salle. De La Salle is going to get home from London, I think, on Wednesday. They got San Ramon a week from Friday. Although San Ramon has California this week in a battle of unbeatens, which Nathan's going to be covering that game. So we got some good football coming up.
We do.
You guys ready to get some picks?
Let's go.
Get this rolling. We're going to start with the Tuesday game. Don't say this very often on this show, but this game is going to be from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, where De La Salle will be playing the NFL Academy. I'm going to start first. I don't know a lot about the NFL Academy. I see talent, but I don't think De La Salle's traveling thousands of miles to come home with a loss. I'm going to take the Spartans to go to 6-0. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't even know what they're facing, but I'm going to pick them to win. Lefkow's doing the same. He's taking De La Salle. Joseph, who you got?
I've made some crazy picks over the course of my time here. I cannot bring myself to pick against a team that has NFL in its name. So give me the NFL.
You're taking the NFL.
Yes.
Nathan, who you got?
Well, I see this more like, in soccer when America plays a team from Europe. I got to take the Americans, so I'm going to take De La Salle in this one.
There you go. Christian.
Yeah, this is one where, reading through some of the results that NFL Academies had would maybe make me lean toward picking them. I just don't know if they have – I think they have a lot of raw talent, but De La Salle is a well-coached team. They probably have more college talent on their team. And I think if they lose this game, it's going to be sort of unrelated to what would happen in a typical football game. There are a lot of distractions. And like you said, they're going over there to win. I think they will win. But I think that's going to be the challenge for them. There's all this hoopla going on, and that's great. But if they want to win a football game, they're going to have to lock in. But give me De La Salle.
You're taking De La Salle. I don't know how much veer NFL Academy has seen.
No.
Just throwing that out there. Game 2 on the list. This is a traditional Friday game here in the Bay Area, where Leland at 3-2 will be playing Westmont at 3-2. I'm gonna let you go first, Joseph. Who you got?
I went back and forth on this, but you know what? I decided let's go with Leland.
All right, and Nathan, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Westmont. I think in Spencer Hong we trust.
All right. I'm going with Leland, and Lefkow is going with Leland. And Christian, they might disown you if you pick against your alma mater, but I'm going to let you go. Who are you taking?
Well, I'm curious if I'll hear from anyone, but I am not riding with my Warriors. I think Leland is a pretty good team, and Westmont's been a little up and down. And if they prove me wrong, they can never let me hear the end of it, and that's fine. But I think Leland is going to win this game.
Nathan, you're shaking your head. What do you think about that?
No, I think you're thinking this way, Christian. I think you had to go with your alma mater. So, but I'm okay being the lone guy supporting the Warriors this week.
You did pick against Granada a few weeks ago. So
I did do that.
Christian, thank you for remembering that.
Just saying.
All right. Game 3 on the list will be Half Moon Bay. First game since their epic win over Foothill a couple weeks ago. Traveling to Milpitas, which is coming off a tough loss to San Mateo. I'm not picking against Half Moon Bay. I took Milpitas last week. I'm not taking them this week. I'm taking Half Moon Bay. Lefkow's going Half Moon Bay. Joseph, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going Half Moon Bay. I mean, the last time I saw them, they had a guy run for 7 touchdowns and 320 yards.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nathan, who you got?
I wonder if just running on the beach makes your legs stronger. Maybe that's why the running game over there at Half Moon Bay is good. So I'm gonna take Half Moon Bay.
Right, Christian.
Oh my gosh, that is a fantastic theory. I love that. That is not why I'm going with Half Moon Bay. I actually think their balance offensively is a little more than what Milpitas brings to the table. Milpitas, going back to when I saw him against Santa Teresa, a little bit run heavy and struggles a bit through the air. So I think Half Moon Bay is going to take this one.
All right. Game 4 on the list of Sacred Heart Prep traveling to Palo Alto on Friday. These teams are pretty close to one another. Just the short drive down the El Camino Real for Sacred Heart Prep. I'll start first. I'm going to go Pally. Lefkow's going Sacred Heart Prep. Nathan, who you got?
I'm also going Sacred Heart Prep. I think their offensive line has been pretty dominant this season. I think it's going to carry into this game.
Christian.
As much as I would love to do a Gator Chomp, because that sounds fun, I do think Palo Alto is going to win this game. So give me the Vikings. Yeah, we can throw a Chomp in there. But no, I think Palo Alto is going to win this one at home.
There you go. And Joseph, who you got?
Yeah, going back and forth on this one. I don't know, Palo Alto, it seems like their offense is just a little bit more explosive. I think that'll be the difference. So give me Palo Alto.
Palo Alto. All right. So Lefkow's taking Sacred Heart. So who? It's Christian Palo Alto, Joseph Palo Alto, and I am taking Palo Alto. Game 5 on the list. Nathan, you saw this team last week. Las Lomas. They were 5-0, expecting to go to 6-0. Lost a heartbreaker in a rivalry game. Battle of the Creek to Northgate. They're going to be playing against a Clayton Valley team that's 3-2, but had a bye week. Clayton moving back to the Diablo Athletic League Foothill Division. Mm-hmm. So after a couple years in the EBA All Mountain, I just don't think Las Lomas has enough to take down Clayton. I'm taking Clayton in this game. Lefkow's taking Clayton. Nathan, is Las Lomas going to bounce back, or is this just too tall of a task?
I think this one's too tall of a task. I'm curious to see if Clayton Valley will play JaVale Jones, their freshman quarterback. I think that'll be a big storyline here. But yeah, I'm going to take Clayton Valley.
Christian.
Yeah, well, Las Lomas, their coach was saying we're going to find out how good we are when we play Clayton, and I think they are going to find out. I think Clayton's going to win this one.
All right, and Joseph.
Yeah, I'd like to be the contrarian here, but I mean, I was as stunned as I was when I saw the St. Ignatius one. I was more stunned when I saw the final score of that Los Lomas Northgate game. So yeah, Clayton Valley.
All right. Game 6 on the list. Los Gatos, the team you saw last week, Joseph, going to be traveling to Menlo Atherton. It's a league game, PAL Bay Division opener. Both teams coming in 4-1. MA's only lost. Christian saw it against Midi, correct? And Joseph, you saw Los Gatos' only loss.
I did.
Pittsburgh last week. I'll let you guys start. Let's go with Joseph first. Who you got?
Los Gatos, they lost 37-20. That game was way closer than the final score. I mean, they were in it till almost about the end. I think Los Gatos wins. I think they win comfortably.
All right, Christian, who you got?
Yeah, I too was impressed how much Los Gatos stuck with Pittsburgh. I mean, that's a tough team to play going in there, and I think they are ready for the challenge, and they're going to go into Atherton and win this one.
Nathan?
Yeah, no disagreements here. I think Los Gatos gets this one. I think just a little bit more physical up front. Got some better weapons on the outside. I'm going to take Los Gatos.
All right, we're looking at a clean sweep because Lefkow and I are both taking Los Gatos as well. So all 5 of us going with Los Gatos. One thing I didn't do this week, we'll do it, start it again next week, is the Cal Prep scores. We'll put them in our previews, but they will not be part of this show this week. We'll get Cal Preps back next week. Game 7 on the list will be Camp Belindo at 2-3, traveling to Amador Valley at 3-3. Amador coming off I'm not surprised they won. I was a little surprised by how convincingly they won last week at Foothill. Campo, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for the Kevin Macy effect to start at Campo. It maybe did last week against Alhambra, but this is a much, much better gauge here against Amador. I don't think it's starting this week. I think Amador's got something going on right now before they go into league play. I'm taking Amador. Lefkow's going Amador. Nathan, who you got?
I'm also going Amador. I think they've been hitting their stride the last couple of weeks with wins over Acalanes and Foothill. Plus, this might be their last win of the season looking at the rest of their schedule. So I'm going to take Amador.
Christian?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling Campo. I think they might turn a corner a little bit. I think this is going to be a good game either way. But I think Campo might be their week to get it rolling.
Joseph?
You know what? I feel like Campo is good for at least one inexplicable win per season. This is it. I mean, Amador Valley, they didn't just blow out Foothill. They beat Acalanes as well. In a convincing, not convincing, but a very impressive 24-23 win. But at the same time, there's like, hey, this might be Campo's crazy win of the season. So I'll take Campo.
All right. I think that's still to come. I don't think it happens this week, but we'll see. Game 8 on the list will be Irvington, a team that Joseph has written about with the movie actor coach. Yep. They're going to be taking on Washington of Fremont at TAC Fidena Stadium. Washington's 2-3. Irvington's 5-0. I went back and forth on this because I think it's going to be close. I think this is going to be Irvington's toughest test to this point. Washington and Fremont's played a much tougher schedule. But I like what I've seen from Irvington. I'm going to go with Irvington to win this one. And Lefkow is going the opposite direction. He's taking Washington of Fremont. Christian, who you got?
Yeah, I don't always, go with the team that just has the better record, but Irvington's kind of been building week by week. Washington's kind of been up and down, some different results. And I think the Irvington's got enough juice to get it on the road.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm taking Irvington as well. I think this is, their offense is pretty crazy from just hearing what you guys have to say. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Anthony Jackson, Irvington.
Joseph?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Irvington. They have not only they have a movie actor coach, they also have probably the best player on the field in Matt Forbes. He has, I believe, 15 touchdowns so far.
There you go. Game 9 on the list. This is an intriguing matchup. Was it you, Joseph, who wrote the Monday Morning Lights item on Miramonte?
Yes.
The backup quarterback who came in a little nervous, according to the coach, during the week, but his teammates got him ready. And he performed well against, I believe, College Park last week. Much tougher test Friday night, traveling to Acalanes in one of the La Marinda games. This is a rivalry game. Both teams at 4-2. Joseph, I'll let you start. Who you got?
Yeah, it was Carson Blair might be back this week, but still, I think Acalanes just has too much firepower.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Acalanes. I think Nick Saphir is doing a good job with the quarterback situation, but I think Acalanes just has a lot of weapons on the outside.
Christian?
Yeah, Acalanes can score, and I think that might take him over the top at home, so I'm going with them.
This is a clean sweep because Lefkow's taking Acalanes and I am too, so 5 for Acalanes. Game 10 on the list, another game where the records might be a little misleading, where we have Oakland at 4-1, traveling to Oakland Tech at 1-4. I actually didn't go back and forth on this. I took Tech, and Lefkow took Tech. Joseph, you're Mr. Oakland. Who you got?
Yeah, I thought I was going to be alone in this because I think, Tech's played a tough schedule. I think I actually asked their new coach, Anthony McCready. I was like, dude, what are you doing scheduling these teams in the preseason? But maybe this is where it pays off. And by the way, Caleb Rollins, I know Darren, Nathan, you saw him in basketball season win a state title. Heck of a football player too.
Wow. Okay. And this was a great matchup in the basketball season, right?
Oh,
multiple times.
4 times.
4 times. Nathan, who you got?
I'm going to go with Oakland. I think their offense is pretty spectacular. I think this is a matchup of who will face Mac in the section championship, but I'm going to take Oakland.
Christian?
Yeah, Oakland, I mean, Lennox Colvin keeps popping up in Athlete of the Week nominations and everything, but I just think Tech is battle-tested. They're home, and I think they're going to win this one.
Wow, Joseph, you weren't alone by any
That's
stretch.
crazy.
Nathan, you were alone.
The lone dissenter.
Terry Hendricks will love that.
Yeah.
Multiple material.
Game 11 on the list. San Leandro traveling short distance over to Hayward to play Tennyson. Tennyson at 2-3, San Leandro at 3-2. Nathan, who you got?
I think I went back and forth with this one. I think San Leandro has had some tough losses. Foothill, I believe Redwood to start the season. I think they're the under the radar team, and I'm going to take them in this matchup.
All right. Christian, who you got?
Yeah, I think San Leandro is, again, another team that's kind of battle-tested. I don't think they'll be phased by going on the road, and I think they're going to win this.
And Joseph?
I'm going with Tennyson. I mean, I feel like every time I go on Twitter, I see Lamont McDonald scored 4 touchdowns and has 300 yards from scrimmage. So I'll take Tennyson.
I'm going San Leandro. Lefkow's going San Leandro. Wow.
4-1.
4-1. Game 11 on the list. Riordan, 2-3 Riordan after the tough loss to SI last week. We'll be traveling to 3-2 Valley Christian. And this is a much improved Valley Christian. We obviously did not see their game against Bellarmine. It was 21-0, but I haven't talked to anybody who was at that game, but my guess is that Valley just got the lead and just wanted to get the heck out of there. But I don't know. Maybe Bellarmine played a great game. I don't know, but it was 21-0 Valley. And I think they're going to score more in this game. I think that running game is going to shine there at up on the Skyway, up at Valley Christian, which is a very difficult place for any WCAL team to play. So, and they played close last year in San Francisco, so I'm taking Valley. Lefkow's taking Valley. Joseph, who you got?
I'm not feeling great about it. I mean, you just think at some point all the talent Riordan has is going to click, right? And it's going to sustain itself for the whole game. I mean, Mac, it basically showed up for the first quarter, took 2 quarters off, and then the fourth quarter, they go crazy. I have to think it's going to happen at some point. So give me Riordan.
All right. Joseph, who you got? I mean, not Joseph. Nathan, who you got?
Well, get the purple umbrellas out because I'm taking Riordan as well. I think that they're going to figure it out this week. I think they get the win.
Christian.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking along the same lines. I mean, Valley had a very impressive win against Mitty. Just Riordan, I don't know. They've burned us a few times. And at some point, I mean, they just got incredible skill talent. They got enormous linemen. So I think they're going to win this game. I think they're still a pretty good team. And I think that's going to be enough to win this game.
They got to play 4 quarters. That's such a cliche, but they have to play.
No, for them, that is actually true. They can put together 4 quarters of football.
They're great. They're a team that when I watched them at Pitt, I mean, they literally scored 21 points in 5 minutes. And then it's like, wow, what happened? So yes, this is big for them to play 4 quarters.
All right, we got 4 more games on the list. This next one's also a big one in the WCAL. We're Serra at 2-3, which 1-1 in WCAL play will be traveling to St. Francis at 4-1. If Serra loses this one, they're more than likely not going to at least share the WCAL title with someone. I can't imagine. I think the winner's going to have 1 loss, maybe none if SI keeps rolling. But anyhow, big game. I'm taking the Lancers. I'm taking St. Francis to win at home. This is a rivalry game. St. Francis beat them at Serra. I believe it was 20-21, and then lost 3 times in a row, I think. Lefkow's taking Serra. Joseph, do you agree with Lefkow or me?
What did Patrick Walsh say? Don't doubt the Serra Padres. I'm not going to doubt him. Give me Serra.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm going to doubt them. I'm taking St. Francis and Kingston in that running game.
Christian?
For the second week in a row, I thought Joseph was winding up for an excellent not so fast, but not this time. Yeah, I just think Sarah's the better team here. I think they, St. Francis maybe has the better running back, maybe has a bit better passing game, but I think Serra's the better team overall. So I think they're going to win.
All right. 3 more games on the list. This one is a huge one. Nathan's going to be covering it as California at 6-0, traveling to Danville, just that little short trip up to 680 to play San Ramon Valley at 6-0. This is a great game. But I'm taking San Ramon. I think the Wolves playing at home will have too much for the Grizzlies. Lefkow's also taking San Ramon. Joseph, who you got?
I've flip-flopped in this one. I don't know. It's about California. They're just taking care of business. And I don't know. I like California in this matchup. I mean, they have, Marco Jones is the best player in the Bay Area, and SRV is loaded with talent. But I mean, the Grizzlies keep getting it done. So give me the Grizzlies.
Nathan, do you agree with Joseph?
I don't. I wish I could, but I don't. I think SRV's defense is just gonna be too much. I do like what Cal has with Jadis Lucky and Arjan Bandri at quarterback, but I think San Ramon has just too much talent for that to overcome. So I'm gonna go with the Wolves.
Christian, this is a San Ramon team that beat SI by 18. Do you think they're going to get upset at home against the Grizzlies?
No. I mean, like SRV has certainly been taking care of business too. I think they have a higher ceiling, and I think they're going to win this one.
2 more games left. It's the Saturday games. As you can see, I've changed locations, but we're still rolling, right, guys?
We are.
Yes.
Everybody's
Going
still
outside
there?
for the weekend games.
There you go. Outside, we got Saturday afternoon football, where game 15 on the list is Wilcox at Menlo School. Wilcox 3-2, Wilcox 5-0. I'm going Wilcox. Lefkow's going Menlo. Joseph, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going Menlo. I mean, my thing is like picking Menlo School. Now that we're not picking Bellarmine in games, I got to go with Menlo School every time. So give me Menlo School. Their offense is legit.
There you go. Nathan, who you got?
I also have Menlo. I think Jack Freehill is a monster. I mean, every time we write up his roundup, it's 4 or 5 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 2 passing. So I'm going to go with Menlo here.
Christian.
Yeah, I think Menlo's got some dudes. They can score, and I think they're going to be comfortable at home. They're 5-0. I think they're going to run it up to 6-0 this week.
So I'm the only one going with the Veer offense from Wilcox to travel to Atherton to take down Menlo School.
Yes.
Land solo. Last game on the list, and this was a really tough one to pick. We got 5-0 Willow Glen against 4-1 Sabedra. It's a Saturday afternoon game at Sabedra, and I don't think Sabrado's gone to turf. Correct us if I'm wrong, but I think they still play on natural grass there on Saturday afternoons without lights. It's always a big challenge for teams that are used to playing on turf. I think Willow Glen plays on turf. Didn't one of you guys cover a game of Willow Glen? Aren't they on turf?
Yep, they do.
All right, so I'm going Willow Glen. Lefkow's going Sabedra. Nathan, who you got?
I'm going Willow Glen. I think the big win over Silver Creek's going to just carry over to the Saturday game on the grass. So give me Willow Glen.
Joseph.
I'm going with Sabedra. I mean, for reasons you laid out, that's a pretty sizable home field advantage.
There you go. Christian, who you got?
Yeah, I got to go with Willow Glen. They were very impressive when I saw them in person. They're just a pretty well-rounded team. They play, they have a balanced offense. Aiden Akery is a good dual threat quarterback. They use him in the run game a lot, and they just play good football. So I'm going with Willow Glen.
So it's Joseph and Lefkow going Sabedra.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Anything else you guys want to add real quickly before we wrap it up here?
I just want to add, despite me wearing a Vanderbilt hat, I refrained from making any crazy predictions. I will give a shout out to my buddy Connor, though. He's a diehard Vanderbilt fan, and if you know, diehard Vanderbilt fans don't really exist. So happy for him to finally see his team win a big game for the first time in his life.
That game reminded me of the game I covered back in 2006 or 7. I think it was 7.
Yeah.
Stanford at USC. 41-point underdog Stanford. Bigger underdog than Vanderbilt was on Saturday.
Yes.
Winning at USC. So I don't have anything else to add. Nathan, Christian, you ready to wrap it up?
I had one more thing. You guys should check out our midseason awards from our Monday Morning Lights. That was we dove deep into who's playing well and what we got. And I will say, underrated team. I'll give you a little hint of this. I think Arroyo might be one of those teams we see at the end of the season that, we never saw coming, but they might steal a section championship here. I don't know. We'll see.
Some eye-opening game. Yeah. When I saw them playing Antioch, I was like, why is Antioch playing Arroyo? Well, we now know why. Arroyo has something going on there, and they scheduled up. Christian, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, two quick things. First of all, congrats to Mike Mitchell at Riordan. He picked a good program to go to if they're going to start beating Alabama. So that's one thing. And then also, I went to Santa Teresa today. Shout out to Coach Pappin and talked to Casey Carr. Got some cool photos for that feature story we're doing on him. And I attempted an extra point, made it pretty easily, and Casey said it would have been good from 35. So that kind of made my day.
So if you were at College Game Day,
yes, go win that $100,000.
There you go. I think Casey could have won that $100,000 pretty easily. That's all I have to say about that.
Which I will say, I'll close it out by saying I was at the Cal-Miami game. While I will say Cal probably choked that game away, to be honest, that also should have been targeting. And no one can tell me differently. That was targeting.
Definitely. All right, check us out, mercurynews.com, eastbaytimes.com. That's a wrap for week 7.